Hi, Ajitesh. For everybody thinking and scrolling that what is the tough tongue AI thing, tell us what exactly it is, and it would be great if you can also tell in one line how that a newbie can also understand.
Yeah, so Tough Tongue Guy is in some way a video game for high stakes conversation. So what we want you to just jump into the game, try a couple of times, practice, and maybe you'll die, but you'll learn. And when you face the real situation, whether it's your sales call, your interview, you are more prepared, confident, you are ready for those tricky questions and things like that.
Oh, great. I mean, sums it up very nicely. Okay. Second question would be every startup has that one wild aha moment. So, when did the idea for Tough Tongue AI hit you? And I would also like to know what was the struggle behind starting the company.
Right, yeah. I started Tough Tongue AI in around November, but I was doing another startup before that. So me and Mayank, who is my co-founder, so we were working on this idea Archie AI, which was in the code review space. But it was getting pretty competitive, and we were not able to close many deals at that time. So and voice AI was picking in a way that the latency was getting lower. So we wanted to explore this new field, but we are not clear like through what angle. So I wanted to shut down my previous startup, and I was having a tough time doing that. So I built a prototype for myself to practice that how would I have this discussion, what are the things I need to think through. And I liked this demo a lot. I showed it to Mayank, who also enjoyed interacting with it. So that was our first version, and we released it on LinkedIn and Twitter, a couple of places. Received good invite. Sorry, good response from there. So once I think the first week was where we it turned from a general like prototype to something we would want to do. So it was a Christmas break when I started building it. So I thought it's just a Christmas thing that I'll build in and when like in the holidays, and I'll just move on to RTI after a week. But it
But
just kept me and user feedback and all kept me there, and I continued building.
Okay. The third would be everybody actually wants to know that what is the story behind naming your company Tough Tongue AI, because I initially heard people call it a very terrible name, but you stuck with it. And was it something emotional or something else?
Right, yeah, we I received very over sort of polarizing feedback, and initially it was lot negative. And a lot of people said that it's a bad name, terrible name. Like my friends and people from my MBA college and even my mentor. But after a week, when I asked them again, they were like, "Oh, it's sort of get this name makes me get the idea that okay, it's about tough conversation." And I said, no, I want to change it. And they were like, no, no, it's very good name. You should stick with it. And any customer also initially they used to find it odd, but within a week, 2 week, when I asked them again, it was much simpler for them to get the idea by this name. So that was a very hard conundrum for me to solve. But I also stick with it for a couple of reasons. One was that it's better to be polarizing. Like if people hate you or sort of not like, then also they will write about it or at least notice it, which is very hard in the consumer space, which is what we focused on and still to a large degree do. And the second thing is that if you go to Google search and some other places, right? If I would have picked name like Tough Talk AI or Simple Talk AI, it would be very hard to rank. But now, if anyone knows our brand name, at least they would get to the product very easily. It will be right on the top. And yeah, these were just let me stick, but I'm still not very much sure, but I think I would stick with it now.
Okay, okay. So you were a product manager at Google, a dream job and dream tag for many of the people. When did you decide to start a company and what was the reaction at home?
Right. So I was working on a Gemini application project in Google Cloud. And so I was seeing everything around me changing. And it was also ChatGPT moment. Um, and I started a side project and I slowly was getting really absorbed into it. So my parents this time were not that surprised because I had taken a plunge like 5 years back. And that time I was in a very bad financial shape. And we, for a long period of time, we did not had raised funding and all. But they knew this time I'm doing good. More surprising moment for them was when I decided to move back to India. And they're
Oh,
like, okay, what is this? Now you are changing your life again completely. But it was also a welcome change that I'm nearby and can visit them. And sort of family occasions and all. That was more sort of surprising to them. Uh, Overall, I think the conversation this time more about was we trust you, but be careful. While last time was why are you doing this and will it work out and those things.
The next question, how many times did you personally use Tough Tongue AI, and how much time you took to rehearse on that platform?
Yeah, I do practice a lot. Like one of the reason that I gravitated to this idea was that whenever for my product management coaching or MBA application writing, I always hired coaches. And these coaches used to like role play and practice. So in Google, for example, when you get promoted, you get a coach who work with you to train you on how to give feedback, how to do meetings, one-on-one, things like that. So even today, like every morning, I start with Tough Tongue AI coach, plan my day. It has some of the tools like it can ask, you can integrate with emails, calendar as well. There is a feature in our app that is streak. So for a long period of time, I think I was like 40 something. So I was the highest streak. Now I think I dropped somewhere, so I'm 23 or something. So quite consistently I use it.
Okay, thank you for your time.